Hi friends, welcome to the Sahasradala Kavanam meditation channel. Jai Gurudevo Bhava. Because of Guruji, Brahmarshi Pitamaha, Subhash Patriji, PSSM founder, Pyramid Spiritual Society's founder. I am the student. I am the student of him. With him, he is my Guruji. I learned so many things since 26 years in this incarnation. So we learn so much of truth and knowledge, and we want to give to the world. So it is dedicated to my Guruji. So today our topic is in spiritual science. Bhagavad Gita highlights important slokas. Okay friends, we start today. We start from the last. There is important sloka in Bhagavad Gita in last phrase. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Pardo Dhanurdara, Tatra Sri Vijayar Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Mama. That means Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. That means where, like Krishna Yogi, where meditation is there, Yogeshwara, like Krishna. And where Partha means Arjuna. That means working attitude, Karma Yogi. Where dhyana, where meditation, where dhyana and karma, meditation and work together, they can have unity. There are so many advantages in life. There we get what? Sri means wealth, Lakshmi Devi. And Vijayam, that means victory. Whatever you taken to the in your life, you will get success. Bhuti means physical world. Whatever you have, whatever you want, you will get it. You will manifest that. And Niti means moral. There should be a moral means what? What we learn from the moral stories of morals. We build a character. That means Seelam. We build a character. If you don't have a character, nobody listens to us. So character is important. So Sri, Vijaya, that means Lakshmi, and success, and moral, and Dhruva Nitir Mama. Everything in the world you will get. When you have both, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Pardo Dhanurdara, Tatra Sri Vijayar Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Mama. That means wherever Krishna and Arjuna both are unifying in your life, then you will get all these things, wealth, everything. That is the meaning of this, essence of this sloka. This is the last sloka mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. If you follow this, it's more than enough. You should implement that knowledge in your real life. Then only it will be, Bhagavad Gita will be wonderful. So second comes to the important means we can take. Manushyanam sahasreshu. Kaschid yatati siddhaye. Yatatamapi siddhanam. Kaschinmam veti tattvaha. Manushyanam sahasreshu. Kaschid yatati siddhaye. Yatatamapi siddhanam. Kaschinmam veti tattvaha. That means Arjuna asked Krishna, Krishna, in this course of people, so many people are doing so many spiritual things. Some are doing these pujas, some are doing japas, this and that. So some come to meditation. But what is so many people coming and going, not involving in this completely? Arjuna reveals his doubt to Krishna. Krishna tells this. There are so many people, in thousands of people, any one will come to know the truth. Kaschin mam, etatamapi siddhanam. Who is ready to know the tattvaha, that means soul nature. He wants to know the secrets of the soul. Tattvaha means nature, that which he is having. Kaschin mam veti tattvaha. Those who are interested to know the truth, they will be blessed, will be given. That is why Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. Etatamapi siddhanam. Who is it? Etatamapi siddhanam. Kaschinmam veti tattvaha. Kaschinmam veti tattvaha. Tattva means nature. Kaschinmam. Those who is interested in, he will be given. Manushyanam sahasreshu. So, in thousands of people doesn't come. Any one of them come. Who is interested? That he will given that tattvaha. Oh Arjuna, did you got revealed? Yes. Yes, Krishna. One more doubt, Krishna. Arjuna asked. We have the samsara, we have these spiritual practices. We want to achieve some goals in the spiritual side, and we want to have we want to fulfill our desires in our personal growth. How is it possible to balance in this life? Is it possible, Krishna? Here, Arjuna asks. And Krishna tells Arjuna, it is possible. If you should have a balanced path. There Krishna reveals a wonderful sloka written by Vedavyasa. Yuktahara viharasya, yuktahara viharasya, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yukta chestasu karmasu, yogaha bhavati dukkhaha. Understand, friends? Simple. Yuktaha. Yukta means what? Yukta means intelligence. That means little food. Yuktahara means we should take little food. We should go out little. We should not wander all the time. We don't get anything. Time pass. Wandering means time pass. Time will goes. When time ends, it doesn't have anything. Time should be productivized. And yukta swapnava bodhasya. Swapna means dream, sleep. You should have little sleep. 6 hours is enough per day. 6 hours or 8 hours you can sleep. No problem. The brain will get very stronger if you sleep 6 to 8 hours. What I suggest is have 6 hours sleep, have 2 hours of meditation. Then it will be wonderful medicine. 6 hours sleep, 2 hours meditation. Then you will be very conscious that 8 hours will be fruitful. Don't take 8 hours sleep. 6 hours sleep, 2 hours meditation. It will be more benefit to you. Yuktahara means eat 2 times better, and weekly 1 time fast. Do fasting. Today is Saturday. I am fasting. So everything yuktahara viharasya, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yukta chestasu karmasu. That means you should do limited of things. You should not involve in all the things 24 hours doing this and this, keeping in the mind we want to do this, we want to do that. Simply there will be nothing important in doing all the things. You don't know how to sit silently with closed eyes, being with your truth. You are just postponing that and avoiding that. So this doesn't give you any significance in your life. That means Krishna says, yuktahara, yukta viharasya, yukta chesta su karmasu. Chesta means the things. Things also should be done in a limited manner, not all the things. Every 1 hour cleaning the floor. What is this? It's all waste. And yukta sleep. So, yogaha bhavati dukkha. If you do this in a middle path, yogaha bhavati dukkha means you don't get in a, you don't be sorrow, you don't get suffered. You will be in a middle path. Like this, in Bhagavad Gita, everybody should read Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a wonderful treasure. It's a knowledge treasure and it's a heritage to the India. We should be proud to have the Bhagavad Gita in our hand. Mahatma Gandhi is a representative of India, carried Bhagavad Gita always in his hand. Why? It's our heritage. The Indian heritage, it's Bhagavad Gita, that Veda Vyasa has written all Vedas. It's our, we should be proud to have that Bhagavad Gita, not in the shelves to look decorated, to in your minds and in your real lives. Then only you will be very happy. Knowledge is philosophy, divine yar. It's a ocean. Wonderful experience. Like that we have Ananyas chindayanto mam yajana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshema mahamyam. That means Arjuna, who always loves me and sees me, who will care of me, I will care of him everything. Yogakshema, those which I gave to him, I will take care of that property also. Pandavas have a lot of empire. Duryodhana in adharma way defeated Pandavas and taken all the things. And Sri Krishna fought for the dharma and taken all the property to the Arjuna and the Pandavas also. In the last, righteous will win. That is why in Mahabharata says what? Dharma samstapanardhaya. That means I came from to establish the righteous path. So like this there are so many things in Bhagavad Gita we should learn, we should read, and we should get implement in daily life. Swanubhav. That means we should get experience with that, not simply reading. We should experience. So Pandavas lost all the property. They are given. By born they got that property. When Panduraju, the king, has gone to the meditation for the forest, this property has gone to Dhritarashtra. See, actually Panduraju has gone to all the property. He left the kingdom and got to the meditation. That's very wrong. That is why his sons have struggled so much. If he has ruling the empire and gone doing meditation both in a kingdom only, their children will be safeguarded. He gone to the forest, and at that time Dhritarashtra had taken the empire, and again Sri Krishna came into the field, defeated all these Kauravas. That means adharma, and dharma got proper. That is yoga kshemam. That which is given to you, I will take care of that. But you do your karma. Don't sit simply in the home by doing meditation 1 hour, eating and reading. Do your karma. Then only everything sustains. That's why in first phrase we told, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurta. Understand, friends? Like that, when we are going forward, we get so many in Bhagavad Gita. We can tell nice things. Tapasibhyogi adhikaha. Tapasibhyogi, tapasibhyogi adhikaha. Jnanibhyo matodhikaha. Karmabhyaschadiko yogi adhikaha. Tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. See, who is Arjuna asked Krishna, who is great? Some people doing tapas, some people doing japa, some people doing pujas. Who is some people doing meditation? Who is people are very great? In that, to clarify Arjuna's doubt, Krishna tells like this: Arjuna, tapasya yogi adhikaha. When compared to the yogi and tapas, yogi adhikaha. Jnanibhyo matodhikaha. Jnanibhyo, who is jnani? Just reading the books. Atodhikaha. Matodhikaha. Karmabhya shadika yogi adhikaha. Who is doing the things? When compared with yogi, yogi is greater than. And tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna. So Arjuna, immediately do meditation. Yogi immediately become yogi. What is yogi? Closing the eyes, observing the breath. With 1 hour you should be yogi. Not tapas, karmabhya and gnani. Did you understand, friends? What Krishna said? Yogi is ultimate. You should become yogi. So this is a part 1 Bhagavad Gita highlights. In part 2 we will know other things also in Bhagavad Gita. Keep watching Sahasrara Kamalam channel. Thank you, friends.